Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently in need of a couple of repairs here, but it's not going to be too bad. I think I'm going to prioritize these like so. Excellent. And we're now just going to tick forward here for 2 days until we get our improved automation, which will of course help dramatically. Then we're going to hop into our engineering here and we are going to grab... Are we going to grab machine shop here? I mean, the refit harness would be a pretty good one to grab, actually. I also would like to get training module 1, and I think that's a pretty important thing to grab early on. So we'll get that started. We have all of our mech bays working at full efficiency now, so we are actually doing very well in terms of our repairs. So that's wonderful. We're going to tick forward here. We can send El Duce to mount a telescopic camera. Sure, we'll do that. Okay, he got an injury, but it was worth it because the morale increased by 5. Fantastic. So, El Duce, how long are you going to be? 15 days? That's not too bad. So we're going to tick forward here for a little bit. There we go. All work orders are done. Now we'll hop into the barracks and see who all needs training. The answer is a whole lot of nothing. There's no training that needs to happen. So let's take a look at what we've got available for missions. This one is interesting to me. It's a recovery mission, 627 max salvage, skull and a half. Yes, this one is probably slightly better. This is a defend base mission. It's double the pay and the same salvage. This probably means we'll be against tougher opponents. And actually... maybe we should take this one. Take the double priority salvage. Maybe we can get some mediums or even a heavy out of this. That would be amazing. That said, it might end up being a little rough, especially with this Stinger being what we're running. We are, of course, going to bring the Mongoose instead of the Stinger. And does anybody here have Mongoose affinities? Paladin has no affinities whatsoever, so we'll bring him. And that will do. Yeah, Darius is going to caution us against this. However, this is a defend-based mission. We should have turrets on our side, so I think it's okay. Hopefully I don't regret this. It's going to be interesting, for sure. But we need to punch above our weight if we want to get above our current weight class quickly, right? So we need to take missions like this. They are risky. But we're in a position where I'm fairly sure that we have enough parts that we can just scrap a fair number of parts and make it through if this goes poorly. But it shouldn't. It shouldn't go poorly. I believe we'll be fine. I mean, we might get some terrible rolls, but who knows. We need to defend the Davian mech repair base. We operate a battle mech repair facility on Conroe. This base is critical to our mech operations in the system, and we believe that Kharitan forces are planning an assault. We'd like you to hold the facility. I skipped a line there. And if an attack comes, hold off the assault until our forces can arrive and relieve you. They're putting us between the hammer and the anvil, Commander. A mech repair facility is a juicy target. Indeed it is.
Command interface.
You know what would be a nice bonus for defending a mech repair facility? Do we have allies? Yes, we have allies and turrets. Okay. Just the fact that if it would instantly and for free, if you succeed defending a repair facility, if it would for free and instantly repair your armor only. That'd be great. We're going to deploy here and see what we can get.
Systems nominal. My mech's handling the cold just fine.
Okay, so these guys are the Op 4, right? Yes. Yes, they are.
That might help with our heat dispersal.
Just checking our facing here. We're going to reserve.
Just fine.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. That Mongoose has 3 evasive currently. I'm going to continue to reserve. There are no sensors round 1. Okay. Reserving again. Is their Vanguard only 3 units? All we see is 3 so far. There could be a 4th out there somewhere. I'm going to reserve another time here. Okay. This was what I wanted, was the Arbiter to move. That's a lot of damage to that building. But at this point...
Waiting on you, Commander.
Oh, it's the enemy turn? Okay. A Wolverine? Sure. So I believe this guy's a medium, right? So they have 2 mediums. That's a decent salvage opportunities already. So that's great. This is where we need to escort our allied vehicles to. I'd love to take out the Kabuto and the Mongoose early on here.
What can I do for you?
So, like, I'd really like to take the stealth up over here and kick this Kabuto. We actually have a 74% chance of hitting it, and this is going to do a lot if we succeed.
Got it.
We missed? Oh, 74%. I was really hoping. That's kind of bad.
There's more where that came
That
from.
probably would have killed the Kabuto if we had hit. Sad.
Go.
Well, the Clint is going to come up here as well, and we're going to roll another one of these. I'm not going to fire the Rocket 15. We're just looking to kill this Kabuto.
Locked on for physical attack.
We missed again on 74%. Oof. Odds of this are getting increasingly low, but luckily it is dead.
Mech destroyed.
And that's a round 1 mech kill. I am happy about that. 20 damage to that Arbiter.
I'm ready.
The Mongoose, I think, is going to come in over here. I would love to get a rear arc kick, but I don't think that's going to happen. Instead, we are just going to kick the Arbiter from this angle. 82.6% chance here. And we hit. That's great. Okay, and we got some side arc damage in there as well. The Ordnance Transport firing on the Arbiter, it does miss. That's fine.
Commander.
At this point, the Centurion is, I think, incapable of getting into melee range. We can position here
Going
in
to
cover.
full throttle.
And just checking hit odds on these guys. They're not great. I'm going to fire the Ultra AC5 in X1 mode. We're going to fire the tag first on the off chance that we manage to tag this Mongoose.
Firing a full salvo.
And we did tag it. Okay. So the Savannah Master firing on that Arbiter, getting 20 damage in. That wasn't helpful. Okay, the Jaeger moves out a bit. And the Chandra moves in, goes for that Arbiter. Does get 8 damage in there. Phase 19 is going to be the Arbiter instantly. Yeah. That was always the danger point there, when we missed
Full
both
damage
of
on
these
that.
melees.
They will
The
be
Mongoose is going to come into the rear arc of this Arbiter, definitely. There's no doubt about that. 60% chance that we hit this. And we did.
done. Boom.
Perfect. The Arbiter's unsteady. And that was a good amount of rear arc damage into that Arbiter.
Reporting critical hit.
That's fantastic.
Orders.
Next up, the Clint is going to make his way around over this way. We can't quite get into melee range without charging, and I don't want to charge the Mongoose, I don't think. Do we reserve the Clint here and move in with the stealth first? That would allow the Mongoose to move. I think yes. I think we do.
Copy that. Holding for the right move.
So the Savannah Master closes in, goes for the Mongoose, it misses. And that's fine. Now the Mongoose will move, and we'll see where it goes. It backs off. Far off. Okay. Harasser closes in, goes for that Arbiter, gets a good amount of damage in, takes out that right torso, and actually the Arbiter ejects.
Awaiting orders.
That's amazing. I really like that. We'll position here,
Moving out.
and this is actually... I don't know that this is a great for stray shot. Our hit odds are actually better on that Mongoose, so we're going to take these. I want that light tag fired first.
Confirm.
As a lower leg destruction,
Target's taking a critical hit.
okay,
Waiting on you, Commander.
I want the stealth to move up over this way and go for that mongoose. We can't, unfortunately, sprint it. Wait, can we get in here without a charge? No, we can't. Okay, so we're going to take the stealth up to here and go for the mongoose. I'd love to get the quick kill on it. That is an upper leg destruction.
Want some more?
The mongoose is now unsteady. The Wolverine will move now, and we'll see what it decides to do. Surprise, our mongoose is well armored. Luckily, the large laser missed there. The Clint is going to move into here, and we'll check hit odds. 67% on the Rocket 15. I don't think I'm going to fire the Rocket 15 here. We'll just do this. As a leg destruction and a knockdown on that mongoose. Fantastic. Okay. Ordnance transport moves up, fires on the Wolverine, does a whole lot of nothing. That's 25 damage to the Wolverine. We'll take it. Unsettled. Okay.
I'm your spaniel.
The mongoose at this point is going to probably move in something like this. I don't think we're going to shoot at the... Well, actually, our hit odds are slightly better on this mongoose. You know what? Let's go for it.
I think things are going.
I was hoping that this guy would eject. He didn't, unfortunately. Oh, please don't do that. Moving straight into a stray shot. That was a very silly location to go. The stealth is going to come up here and finish off this mongoose.
This is gonna be good.
There we go. Mongoose is... Oh, hello. Calculating. Mongoose is dead. Excellent. Okay. Turrets are online. And getting a little bit more damage into that Wolverine. That was actually a head hit that delayed him to phase 9. I like that. Quite a lot, in fact. We're going to position the Clint, like, right here. And we're going to go into, at this point, short-range targeting. And we're going to see about getting this guy as unsteady as possible. I'm not going to fire the Rocket 15 yet, still.
Engaging.
Sadly, we missed the ERPPC, but we did get the pulse lasers in there, so that's good. We're going to position... I guess here is good.
On my way.
And we're going to fire on the Wolverine.
Affirmative.
That was solid. SRM ammo explosion. Very nice. Getting some damage in there from our ordnance transport. Savannah Master also fires on the Wolverine, gets no damage. Wolverine will move before we get to move again. Never mind. That's a pilot incapacitation. Fantastic.
I've got eyes on hostile.
So we'll see where these drop
They're
in.
heading your way.
Here? I'm assuming there's a second lance somewhere. Yes, up here. Okay. These guys are not relevant for now. Yeah. They're currently irrelevant. And over here... Somebody up there, yeah. Didn't notice them before, but there's a vehicle up there. Yeah, it's a rotunda. Sure. This doesn't look too bad. We should be able to eliminate this lance quite easily before the other one becomes relevant. That's the idea here anyway. So the stealth is, I think, going to be reserved here.
Alright, I'm standing here.
I want to reserve past phase 16. That's why, right there. They have 6 evasive pips from dropping in, so I want to reserve like that. Chandra moves up. Does a whole lot of nothing, because it didn't reserve. And there we go. These two will now move. Or rather, these two. Yeah, there's also somebody up there with a lot of missiles, but that's okay. We'll see what the Armored Mobile HQ and the Scimitar decide to do. That's acceptable. That's also acceptable. Okay, so that Armored Mobile HQ needs to go. That was not a great shot. We'll see what the turrets do in a bit as well. Please don't stray shot us. Thank you.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Okay, now we get to move here. Our stealth is going to position here.
Moving.
I would love to take out this Armored Mobile HQ as our top priority. Our hit odds aren't the best. We'll see what we can do.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Okay, that's a few hits. Okay, a little bit of damage there.
Commander.
Our Clint is also going to move up over here, where we get some cover. And we're going to fire on the Armored Mobile HQ here. Our hit odds aren't the greatest. And yeah, I think we don't get sensors on them until next round, but
Taking the shot.
even so. We got a total of 6 damage out, I suppose.
Yes, Commander.
It's not great, but it'll do. We're going to move up with our Centurion here, and I would love to fire on whoever our hit odds are best on. Unfortunately, our Ultra AC-5 is currently jammed, but we're going to fire on the Armored Mobile HQ, looks like.
Copy that.
Okay.
I'm here.
And then our Mongoose is going to close in over this way.
Rolling.
And we're also going to fire on that Armored Mobile HQ. That was a good amount of damage, and actually, that killed it.
This is what happens when you hang out with
Did they eject? I didn't expect that to kill it. Ooh, that was a lot of damage into that Skulker's turret. From our turret there. They're really hitting that Skulker hard. Okay, that's all we've got. Even so, that was good progress. This Locust is getting up close. It's just sprinting in. They do have a Whitworth out there. Okay. That's good to know. Phase 23. That's the Oscout. Sure. Phase 21. That's the Whitworth. Okay, we don't care about that.
I'm receiving you.
Next, our Mongoose is, I think, going to move up here. And we're going to kick this Skulker. I would love to get this Skulker dead before it can move. Do it. We did hit the kick. Okay, structure exposure, but it's not dead yet. It's close. They missed their large laser again. That's a big deal for us. Fantastic. So now the Skulker and the Scimitar will move. That we don't care about. The Scimitar, I think, just
I'm under heavy
killed
fire.
itself. Like, that's a bad move for it. Skulker moves up, goes for the Savannah Master, misses everything. Wonderful.
Yes, Commander.
The Clint is going to take this position. And why would we... Oh, yeah, because of the actual height differential there. We're actually just going to move like this. And we're going to shoot. At the Skulker? Yes, at the Skulker. This is the pulse lasers here, so I want this Skulker dead.
Acknowledge.
And it is. Fantastic. 2 down, 2 to go in this Lance. Phase 15, this Chandra is going to move as well as this J. Edgar. Doing a little damage to that Scimitar. And that's completely fine.
What can I do
At this
for
point, we are going to move into the rear arc. Yes, we're exposing our rear arc here to the large laser, but we have the ammo, or rather the armor for it. So we're going to hit this scimitar's rear arc. We did miss the melee, which is unfortunate, but against a vehicle, it's not the end of the world.
you? Get you next time.
Okay, so it's currently panicked. And let's see what our Chandra friend decides to do. It goes for the Rotunda. Only getting 2 damage in. Okay, that's another miss on that scimitar. There we go. It's going to ace pilot over into the woods. And then phase 13, this harasser. If I was it, I'd close in and attack the scimitar. Try to get it to eject. Ah, that's a good move right there. Exactly what I said. Phase 12. Okay. I would have tried to target the Rotunda there with this guy, but maybe it couldn't get into LOS. Moving up this way to intercept the Locust is a good idea, at any rate. Okay, that's a full-on miss, I think. And where are you going to ace pilot to? That's the question. Any moment now. There you go. Okay,
Aye, aye.
so the Centurion is going to close into here. Obviously, this is within minimum range. Our Ultra AC-5 is sadly still jammed, but we're going to fire on this Rotunda with what we can.
Taking the shot.
And we got 20 damage in. That's not bad. The turrets are also firing on that Rotunda, and that should be a dead Rotunda. Fantastic. That Calliope finishing the job there. That could have gone a lot worse than it did with that rotary turret. Phase 23, these guys are going to work on closing in, but also the Scimitar moves phase 20. The Oscout tries to close in a little bit. We're going to move in over here with the Mongoose. We're going to have to punch, which means that we can't fire these 2 medium lasers, which actually means that we're better off just positioning, like, here, and just attacking rather than punching. Well, light him up.
Confirmed.
That was some good damage there and a structure exposure. Okay, the Whitworth is going to go for our Savannah Master friend and miss everything. I love it.
Receiving you.
Okay, our Clint is simply going to move in here
Move order received.
and go for the kill on the Scimitar. This is a slight overheat. I'm going to not fire the ERPPC. The medium pulse lasers should be... Well, actually, they may not be enough to finish this. I am going to fire the ERPPC.
Firing on target.
There we go.
One more for the trash heap. My mech is overheating.
Okay, so now the Locust is going to close in, and we'll need to engage that. But these guys are relatively spread out over here. Okay, the Locust took that position. It's not a terrible position for it, and the Vulcan is in the
I
wings.
hear ya.
But we're just going to move in to, I think, here. Yeah, we don't have the best hit odds, but we're going to close in, see if we can get this Locust's attention a bit.
All weapons, go.
And indeed we do.
Yeah, critical hit.
That's fantastic. The Ordnance Transport can't get into LOS. Fair enough. The Chandra moves up, also goes for that Locust. It doesn't get a hit there, which is unfortunate, because that likely would have made this Locust unsteady. We'll see if maybe this Harasser can do the trick. Oh, I would have closed in with the Harasser for
Awaiting
sure.
orders.
The Centurion is going to move up to, say, here. Sadly, our Ultra AC-5 is still jammed. But we'll just fire on this Locust. Oh yeah, definitely unsteady.
That's gonna hurt.
Excellent. This Locust is pretty dead at this point. The turrets should finish it off. If we don't before then. The Vulcan is going to come up next round. The Oscout will get around here. Like, they're going to just come in kind of one at a time, which is ideal for us. Definitely not the way they should do this. Okay, phase 11 is... Ooh, that was some nice hits there. Torso destruction. That's nice. That's the rotary turret. It's so dead. Yep. That's good. The Calliope and the other LRM turret can attack up over here. Yeah, a little bit of damage to that Vulcan. No damage to the Oscout, but it's the thought that counts. Okay. They have multiple Phase 22 movers. First up is the Vulcan, which actually backs off.
I await your command.
I was hoping it would come up here, but they seem to have realized the error of their ways. And they're trying to group up. The Oscout barely moved there. So the Clint is going to sprint up over to here, and we're going to change to long-range targeting and be done.
What can I do
The
for
stealth is... This is an interesting position here. I'm going to position the stealth here. It is exposed to fire. We're going to vigilance it. And we are going to, I think, fire on the rear arc of this Vulcan. And we'll just see what we can get done here. It's probably not going to be a lot.
Roger that.
Yeah, 10 damage into that rear arc. Phase 19, the Whitworth should move now. Goes for the Savannah Master of all things. Okay. I'm fine with this.
Aye, aye.
So we're going to close in with our Centurion up to here.
Affirmative.
And given these hit odds here, we're going to fire on the Oscout. It's not the best. We're probably not going to do anything. Actually, we got 9 damage. We'll take it. Ordnance Transport moves up. Whole lot of nothing going on while they're hiding out of LOS right now. Calliope hitting that Oscout. Only a little damage there. And nothing on that Whitworth. Okay. I really wish they had come up here, because we may not be able to kill the Whitworth before the reinforcements are up. At least we have multiple other mediums that we can salvage. We're going to need to try to close in down there and clean these up very quickly.
Standing by.
So the Mongoose is going to do exactly that. We're going to close into... This is 5 evasive pips here. I kind of like this. Yeah, it's not the best LOS, but it is 5 evasive pips.
Roger that.
And we got 13 damage on the Vulcan. Whitworth going for the Chandra here. That's okay. Next up, our stealth is going to close into here.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
And we're just checking these hit odds. Oscout is actually the best hit odds here, and its frontal armor is not very much. That's a tag barrage, so I'm definitely noting that. If we can get that guy eliminated, that would be great. The Clint is going to move up to here, but we can't get in LOS this round. Chandra also going for the Oscout. I like it. 12 more damage.
Standing by.
The Centurion is going to sprint up into LOS of that Oscout.
Copy that.
And we're going to fire the Ultra AC-5 in X2 mode. Hope to do some damage here.
Copy that.
Unfortunately, we did not, but we did manage to tag it, which will hopefully help our turrets. Okay, what are we considering right now? The Savannah Master back to there. I don't like that movement. Jagger firing on the Vulcan, not great. Harasser moves up. Ordnance transport. Okay, missiles on the Oscout that we tagged. That's good. That's more damage in there. Phase 23. They move the Oscout first. Let's see what they do. They've got that tag barrage. Up here would be an ideal location to barrage. But we can move out of that. The Oscout really ran away. Okay. Ran away really, really far. So maybe we go after the Whitworth. But we only have 2 more rounds, so we may not be able to kill these before reinforcements show. Do we do a charge out here? We can't get in behind the Whitworth, so I think that we don't. I think that we just kick the front arc of the Vulcan. I kind of hate it. Or maybe we position here and do a front arc attack on the Whitworth. This is a rear arc on the Scout, but the hit odds are really bad. Hit odds are best on that Whitworth.
Cry havoc.
Okay.
Good to go.
The Clint is going to move up to here, or perhaps here.
Roger that.
We're in long range mode right now, and that's 16.9%, 42.1. Little bit of damage on that Vulcan. I don't think we're going to kill anything else unless we get lucky here before the end of the mission, unfortunately. The Whitworth actually closes in on our Mongoose there, and I think it hit. Yeah, it did hit.
I hear ya.
So at this point, the stealth is definitely going to go for the Vulcan rear arc, I think. That would have to be a punch. We could simply position here.
Right, Commander.
And go for the rear arc of either, but the Whitworth would be better here. Light him up.
Firing everything I've got.
Okay, good hits there.
Another hit like that, and you're toast. I'm under heavy fire.
We'll see what our ally does. Backs off for no reason. Okay. And the Centurion will position here. Do we go for the rear arc on the Scout? I kind of don't think so. I think we go for the Vulcan here.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
That was good hits. I like it. Savannah Master tries to come back in. They're positioning on the ridge, but not firing. Jaeger on the Vulcan. Sounds good. Okay, more damage to that Vulcan. This is the last round here. The Scout moves phase 25. We'll see what it does. It's probably going to tag Barrage, but honestly, since the mission ends after this round, that doesn't matter. It doesn't even fire.
Standing by.
Okay. So I'm going to take the Mongoose up over here. We're going to go for the rear arc on that Whitworth again.
Acknowledged.
Now some good damage there, but it's not dead.
Target's taking a critical hit.
And it moves this round. We'll see what it does. Anyway, we slice it, though. I don't think the Whitworth does anything useful. The Clint is going to definitely... Hang on. Hang on! The Clint is going to close in over here and use these rockets. We're definitely going to be in short-range targeting. Light him up.
All weapons are go.
Whitworth is down. Fantastic.
That's a kill.
Okay.
I'm out
Next
of
up,
SRS.
we'd love to
Reporting
get the
major
Vulcan
armor
rear arc. We'd love to kill the Vulcan here. I don't know how realistic it is, but we'll try.
Going toe to toe.
Especially not with that miss. That's some good damage there.
When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
The Harasser moves up, does not fire. The Centurion is going to close into about... I guess here works.
Copy that.
Light up that Vulcan. Okay, the Vulcan went down. That's great.
Hostile removed.
So all that's left is the Scout, and we don't care about salvaging that. Yeah, that turned out better than I expected, for sure. Savannah Master on the Scout. And a little bit of damage there, but that's it. The Davidian reinforcements are inbound.
Mission successful.
Excellent. So overall, that turned out very well. I'm quite pleased with that. We managed to take out 4 medium mechs, as well as, what, 3 light mechs and 4 vehicles? I think? Without taking any substantial damage of our own. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, no substantial damage there. And what mech parts do we want here? We definitely want... Oh, the Arbiter was a 35-tonner. It looked a whole lot bigger than that. Okay, we definitely want the Wolverine parts here. This is going to be 4 Wolverine parts, and we're going to take all 4 of them, I think. We might take the ER large laser as well. Unless there's anything else in here super good. I think the ER large laser is more important to us than the Ultra AC5 right now, since we already have an Ultra AC5. There's some good stuff in here, and we'll have to hope that we get it in the roulette. What do we get? That's a whole lot of parts. Medium laser. Okay, we will get rid of that one. We have 5 currently. SRM4 will keep. A C3 Master, we'll keep that. Energy Accuracy FCS, we're absolutely going to keep. A double heatsink. Okay, I mean, that's handy. And some SRM ammo. I would have preferred that we get some of the equipment other than these parts. But I definitely wanted those Wolverine parts. Now, next time we run into a Wolverine, we know that we get ourselves a Wolverine. And that's great. That is absolutely fantastic. It shouldn't take too long or cost too much to repair this. We may even be able to deploy before the next month tick, which I think was, what, 8 days out? Something along those lines. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that after we check those couple of things. I will, however, say you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and let's see how much this is going to cost. 5 days, 20k. I like it. And yeah, we're 8 days out, so we definitely get to deploy before the financial report. I'm very happy about that. And now that cut goes in, and I will see you all next time.